everything's set up. Let's see here. Here. Unseen. Right. Here we go. And turn that one all the way down. There we go. I think I can hopefully pay attention. Well, I see on my phone there's a little bit of a lag. That's okay though. I'll get it. Okay. Hello, Wisters. How's everybody doing? Oh my gosh. I think I can say, I can speak for all of us Crones. We're really excited to be back doing our lives. We did need the break, but whew, yay, I'm excited. I see Heather. Hello, good to see you on here. It says Ronette's also on here. Hello, Miss Ronette. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. Mine's been busy. Love and missed it. Yes, we have also. We've been itching to get back. And I apologize for having to push the live back. I hope it helped everybody out a little bit. I had to go over to my daughter-in-law's and trying to help her get the baby's room set up. She's really, really, really stressing. Them twins are coming sooner than she's ready. So, and I'd move the furniture around in the room and definitely not letting her lift a finger. So, but the doctor's hoping she can hold on for 3 more weeks, and then here they come. Well, anyway, so that's what I was doing. And then after I get done with the live, I'm going to go back and finish. Good thing I did all my chores this morning. So, anywho, but I absolutely love and miss you guys all so much. I really, really do. Miss doing our lives. Miss seeing you guys and talking with you. And hello, Miss Jackie. And getting to converse with you guys, you know, even though I read it and comment back, it's still conversing with you guys to me. I do miss it. Oh, it also says that Jody's on. Hello, Miss Jody. Now, I will keep looking over to the side because my phone's over here. I couldn't really set it up next to, you know what, give me a second. Since we're waiting a minute, sorry, I do have a tendency to stick my tongue out of my mouth. Since I'm going to see if I can move my phone. Hello, love. That way I'm not like looking totally to the side. A little bit is, well, it's better than totally kinking my head all the way over. I just don't have enough space. I need a new work area. I really do. Well, I probably really don't. Yeah, it's so weird. One device, sorry guys, says one thing and another device says another thing, and yeah, it's just how they work out on us. And there is a lag. I can see it. Hopefully that doesn't become distracting. Okay, anyway, let's give maybe another minute and jump on in. Maybe. Oh, I guess that was a fast minute. Okay, so we're going to do some more on numerology today. And I really wanted to, you know, give more of a detail and reasoning for, you know, go over the reasons for numerology. But I really want to reiterate from last time how important your birth date is to numerology. And maybe go into a little bit more of an explanation on that. So, if y'all are ready, I am. I'm going to jump right in. Sorry, I'm also drinking water now because I'm already on 4 cups of coffee. And this girl's amped today. Just, I'm going to probably crash later, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to jump right in. And what do my notes say? What is the significance of numbers? So numbers are the letters of the sacred language of numerology. There's 10 of them. And these 10 make up all of the numbers in the universe. Each number has a specific energy attributed to it that offers insight into life's greatest purposes. Each number is magical, mystical building block, defining divine logic, in, for me, an easier to understand way. And together, their relationships embody our collective, cumulative universe, and separately, each number embodies our individual universe. Our life path, our soul purpose, our love life, our soulmates, our friends, they all have to do with numerology. And I mean, as witches, we've heard this from many mystics, and they've been saying it for many, many years and generations. As above, so below. As without, so within. Well, that all has to do with the universe also. So, let's, I'm going to go over numerology, what is it, right? Kind of want to reiterate the definition of numerology. It's how we simplify these sacred numbers and how we apply it to understand all aspects of our individual experience and our individual existence. Our love life, career, business, health, family life, friendships, spirituality, leisurely activities, and our personality can all absolutely be mathematically explained and understood. Many people assume that the day and time we're born determines our fate. Truth is, it's actually the opposite. We determined when we would be born before we were born, knowing deep in our soul the right mathematical day and time to come into this world. We determined our fate first, and then the corresponding day and time. This determined our personal numerology, including our life path number and our destiny numbers. We are way wiser than we give ourselves credit for. When the bills are piling up and we're stressed, it's very easy to forget that we are eternal beings, larger than life, but we chose this life. Even the difficulties we encounter within it, we chose it. Numerology is here to remind us of our chosen path. Numerology also helps to get through these difficulties within our chosen paths. Just as astrology allows us insights into our personalities and life paths according to the alignment of the planets and our zodiac signs, numerology teaches the hidden meanings of numbers and the significance that they hold for each of us individually. Hello, Miss Amber. Everything in our lives has numerical properties that carry vibrations from your name to your location. Everything. The foundations of your life are your birth date and your name that your parents gave you at birth. These two numerical sources can tell you so much information about your life, destiny, personality, negative and positive traits, and even the unique talents that you came into this world with. Once you understand the numbers, you begin to have a greater understanding of what your status in the world is and able to live in harmony with your higher self. The key to a life of contentment is choosing your friends, life partners, living spaces, hobbies, and work that resonates with your inherent numerical vibrations. According to, and I'm gonna screw it up because I do it all the time, Pythagoras. The world is built upon the power of numbers. Pythagoras was he was the first actual, not a god, but Greek. Oh, so drawing a blank. All right, anyway, I'll get back to that. He gave us numerology. Basically, he was our forefather when it comes to this. By him stating the world is built upon the power of numbers. This numerology evolves into divination and magic systems because both systems are based on the broader concepts. As the universe comprises of mathematical patterns, everything can be expressed into numbers that correspond into those universal vibrations. All things, including names, words, birth dates, birthplaces, can be reduced to the number to determine people's personalities, destinies, and fortunes. And I know I'm saying this over and over again, but that's kind of like the reason for this live, is because I really want to stress this, how important it really is. So, like I said a moment ago, Pythagoras is known as the father of numerology. He's the one who actually gave us the idea that musical intervals could be articulated between the numbers 1 to 4. He believed that these numbers equal to the sum of 10, further demonstrating that the cycle of numbers 1 through 4 could start off again when reaching 10. Single digit can reduce numbers larger than 9 by adding the digits together. He believed that the universe can be expressed in numbers, and that's what he was. Greek philosopher, sorry, it jumped in my brain. Pythagoras, along with other Greek philosophers, have contributed to developing this mystical system. Specific characteristics and values were assigned to integers throughout the ancient history of numbers. Hello, Miss Heather. How are you doing? The way that the ancient Greeks recorded the numbers in dots or geometrical figures was one mechanism that enabled the assignment of these characteristics. Odd numbers that could not be separated were said to be masculine. And that was because they possessed the generative parts representing assertiveness, power, and creativity. Even numbers that could be split and had openings were represented the feminine. Sorry, mine's drawn a blank there. I do that. And they represented wholeness, stability, and even weakness. And I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Thank you. Within Greek mythology, the number 888 represents the higher mind. That's your part of your higher self. The mortal mind was represented by the number 666. Yep. The beast number, as they say, right? According to the New Testament. The interpretation of numbers was highly valued. It's still very highly valued throughout Hebrew history also. And Pythagoras believed that 10 encompassed all arithmetic in harmonic proportions and, like God, is indestructible. All nations use it, and when they reach 10, the numbers start over again. So, and that's part of why I really, really wanted to go over this numerology again. It's not just to give you guys another history lesson or anything like that, but to, of course, knowing the history helps, but to help you guys, or to help everybody be able to understand things that happen in their life, good and bad, both. To be able to help understand why certain things don't go your way, or what you think should be your way. Things like that. And then on top of that, so as it's used to discover hidden meanings of events and to even help forecast the future, it's transformed into a form of divination, and it's commonly combined with other forms of divination. Things like astrology, cartomancy, geomancy, and dream interpretation. And when you can take numerology and combine it with these other forms of divination, it becomes absolutely magical. And the insight into your own self just becomes just crazy astronomical. It just does. It elevates your understanding of, like I said, good and bad in your life. It absolutely. Okay. So then my question is, what is numerology used for, right? Helps us understand the overall energy of our lives. Basically, it's what it comes down to. And the energy surrounding each life area. That's where I was going over. Your life path number, your destiny, your love life, your friendships, your career, business, all of that. Our numerology birthdate meanings shed light on our path number meaning and our destiny number meanings. Numerology love readings are used to see how the dominant, prominent numbers found in these two people's lives interact and what kind of relationship it can define. And then I want to dig in a little bit into angel numbers or universe numbers. So when we see synchronicities, things like every morning you wake up at 3:33, Why? There's no reason for it. We don't think so. Or every time you're on the road, you see cars with the number 111 on the license plates. Or your grocery trip costs you $17.17 or $23.23. Okay, so the last 3 times that I've had to buy something or get something at a store, the cost has been $55.55. I was like, what the heck? Well, see, it started with my WISP package, not this last one, but the one previous, that I had to send out. That one was $55.55, and I was like, wow, check that out. Then a few days later, I got gas in my Jeep, and it was $55.55. Pump stopped. I'm like, okay, we're starting to see synchronicities here. And then the other day again, I went grocery shopping, and again, $55.55. I'm like, all right, I'm listening. And all these numbers have different meanings. Another example is every address that you could remember had maybe the number 15 in it or something like that. I think you guys get the picture of the synchronicities though. These are little nudges. They're nudges from the universe, or you could call them your angel numbers. Actually, they are. They're called angel numbers, universal numbers. They're nudges. That's no matter who they're coming from. They could even be coming from your deities. They could be coming from, any and all spirit out there. It does not matter. They are nudges. Like within the principles of numerology, like also the metaphysical arts, holds that everything happens for a reason. This includes strange events that we let go as coincidence. But that's the thing, okay? I've used the word coincidence a few times, right? There's no such thing as coincidence. Not in numerology, there isn't. So, if certain numbers repeatedly appear in your life, pay attention. Please, pay attention. Numbers are everywhere, and we encounter them all day, every day. The universe, your spirit guides, your angels, divine forces, your deities, they're talking to you. They've got something to tell you, something to show you, something you need to take notice of and pay attention. And take advantage of their widespread availability to send you these messages. Remember, each number has a meaning and a vibration. But you can and should go deeper to apply your own definitions of these synchronicities. Pay attention to what's happening in your life as it's happening when these numbers appear. And I do have my list of the angel numbers and kind of like quick, fast definitions of what they are. And I'll go over them in a second. But I know darn well that kind of give a little story to go with it, I guess. So when I started my path, I started with astrology and started with numerology. And then I strayed away from it for quite a few years. And I'd say over the last 10 of my 29 years practicing. Tells you my age a little bit. Anyway, over the last 10 years, I've been getting back into it. And then over the last probably 4 or 5 years, I've been really digging deep. And the insight that it has given me on myself, my own personality, why things piss me off, why certain things make me extremely happy. It's crazy. But the more, when you can shift your focus on these patterns and your numbers, you'll notice more things and have a better understanding of them. Youngster like you, yes ma'am. We're just babies, really. So, and that's the thing. You'll start noticing more things like people that are you're closest to might share a birth month or a birth sign, and most likely even have a same letter in their name. Okay, so those things aren't so uncommon, right? But then you'll start noticing other things, like the people that you're really compatible with. And these could be people that just, they come into your life and stay in your life for a long time, or come into your life for a short amount of time and then they're gone, you know. But you feel a great connection with them. And I'm not talking about your spouse or your life partner here. I'm talking about somebody outside of your love. You know what I mean? There's a reason for this. The universe has a way of getting people that are like-numbered to help each other with their soul's purpose. And with people that are like-numbered are together, they can actually energetically uplift each other and help, really help each other with that, with their soul's purpose. And we also go through what's called spiritual cycles. I think they say every 9 years we go through spiritual cycles. And in most cases, these people are brought to us for that specific cycle that we're in. So, I know we don't have a whole lot of people on, but does anybody want to kind of go over their numbers and get an idea, a little bit of an idea? Because I can show you how to calculate it. Oh, okay. Well, while I'm waiting on a couple of answers, let's see, where is my other page? Okay, angel numbers. I want to give you guys the angel numbers. Me. Heather says me. Okay, we'll do yours. Let me do these angel numbers, and then we're going to start jumping in. So if you're seeing 111, it has to do with intuition. Trust your gut and listen to your heart. Alignment is for 222. It means you are in the right place at the right time. Threes, if you're starting to see a lot of threes, support. Your spiritual guides are around you and sending you love, support, and guidance. Fours is for protection. Universe and your spiritual guides are protecting you. Fives, like I've been seeing a lot of, means change. Something is coming. Now, I already know this. I got twin grandbabies coming in the next few weeks, and then I got another grandbaby coming, not even 2 months later, and there are lots of changes happening in my life, but I need to make sure that I pay attention, continue to pay attention to the signs, you know, because my numbers will also help me understand how to get through the difficult moments that come along with these. So 666 actually means to reflect. Has nothing to do with the sign of the devil or anything like that. Forget that. It means to reflect. It's time to wake up to your higher spiritual truth. Sevens, 777, luck. You know, everybody always says, give me 7, give me 7. Okay, that is actually very, very true. Wonderful things are about to happen. Eights, three eights means balance. Everything is falling into place as it's meant to be. And nines, seeing multiple nines means to release. It's time to let go of what no longer serves you. Okay, so it looks like we have a few people that would love to go over their birthdays. And I'm going to use mine as an example to show y'all how to add it up. Okay, so hi daughter, good to see you. Okay, so we're going to start with my birthday. 5/20/1974. Yes, today. Woohoo! Go me. 49 today. Anyway, part of the reason why I wanted to do this live today, because I paying attention. Thank you, sweet pea. Love you. Part of the reason why I wanted to do this today is because with my constantly, thank you, Bailey, I appreciate it. Paying attention to my numbers, I know, and I just know good things are happening. And an old Asian lady told you 888 was lucky. And happy birthday. Now, it could be to her for her culture. Because this is the way I was taught, but you did say Asian lady, and their numbers are a little bit different. I try to pay attention to all of the numbers and all the different cultures, but some, of course, we miss some. I believe that the number 13 is very lucky. I've always believed it. But I also come from, my bloodline is German, Scottish, Irish, Norse. We know I'm a mutt, but anyway. Like Brian, when he had his artery surgery from his stroke, he had it on Friday the 13th. And there were a couple of family friends that were freaking out. You have to change that. You can't have it on that date. And we were like, no, we absolutely need to have it on that date. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, all of you. I appreciate it. Because to us, it's lucky. And in the Netherlands and in Germany, it's lucky for a woman to wear the number 13. So, I'm going to go by what I believe, that 13 is lucky. For Ronette, 13 is not a bad number, right? So, okay, so let's add up our digits. Let's see what we got. So what you're going to do is you're going to break down your birth dates into numbers only. Separate every single number. Dude, I wrote it out like this. 5 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 4. Absolutely, Bailey. You have a wonderful day, love. Born Friday the 13th at 1:13. Dude, I so need to look into your numbers. You know what? I'm going to go get a pen. I'll be right back. Okay, I had to get a pen. All right, Miss Ronette. You have a 13. What month and what year were you born? Let's do a little play in here. I mean, unless you don't want to give it to me. It's okay. Okay, December. So 12, 13, 1968. All right, so what we're going to do, and I don't do math in my head because I suck at that. So I'm going to get the calculator out. We're going to say 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 8 equals 30. I knew it. So that equals 30. If I add all my birthday numbers down to a single digit, I get 6. Okay. So you added them all down. We're taking Ronette. She got 30. 3 plus 0 equals 3. So her number is 3. Okay. Mandy's is 6. So if anybody else calculating their numbers, and mine comes down to 1, because I end up with adding mine together, I got 46. Ronette, you're 6 days older than me. No way. That's so cool. Anyway, mine adds to 46. I take 6 plus 4. That comes out to 10. So mine is number 1. Now, let me give you a little bit of information. So nobody's ever going to get, Heather's is 5. Okay, let's see. That's Ronette. Mandy. Heather. Boy, I didn't know I needed a pen and paper. I should have known better. I know this. Anyway, nobody's going to get 0. Okay? And that is because 0 is the mother of existence. Everything comes from this void, this inexplicable, dark, eternal womb. That's how I describe it. How do you do it? Okay, so like my birthday is 5/27/1974. So you take the 5 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 4. You're going to add them all up individually, which for me came to 46. Then you're going to take that 4 plus 6, which equals 10. And then you're going to keep breaking it down all the way till you get a single digit. That's how you add it up. Anyway, so the number 0, nobody has it in their life path or their destiny number or their soul purpose number. You're not going to get 0. And this number is of the universe itself, but we all begin as children of 0. Okay? So, let's see. We're going to start with Ronette's. Where is my number 3? Now I need to really get into my notes here. Number 3. Ronette. Number 3 means teamwork. Let me make sure that I turn my pages the right way. Number 3 means teamwork. Socially, generosity, playfulness, and self-expression. You are one fun, this is what I have written. You are one fun party animal. You are always fun. Every single time we see you on a live, you are great to converse with. So yes, this absolutely fits you. Everybody enjoys to be around you and likes to be with you. You're definitely not a wallflower, and you participate in life fully. You may have a tendency to pick shallow pursuits over deeper, more spiritual endeavors, but that's okay. You have a skill to live in the moment. But remember, It doesn't have to mean not caring about your own future. In matters of love, you may like having more than one partner at a time. This might not necessarily be you, but it's kind of out there. YOLO, yes, you are definitely a YOLO person. Let's see. It may take a while to really commit to one person and settle, but if you decide to do it, you do it well. You do it with your whole heart. And if digits of a date, like if you're going to take a trip or anything like that, and you put the date together and it adds up to 3, it means that you're going to have an absolute wonderful time and being able to bring people together to socialize and just absolutely enjoy themselves. Mary's a 2. Okay. Or Mary Beth, I'm sorry, honey. All right, let's see. Mandy is a 6. Mandy, it says, you are someone who thinks, speaks, and acts from the heart. You are sincere, loving, warm, and affectionate. And I can say this is true. You're my daughter. I know your personalities. It would serve for you. Correct me if I'm wrong. I got 2 for mine. Well, if you want to shoot me your birth date, I'll double check if you'd like. But I think if you did the math what we said, you're probably correct. Okay, Mandy, it would serve you to find a job where you can bring and apply these qualities, such as a kindergarten teacher, a pediatrician, a social worker, or a therapist. Give me a second. Funny thing, 2 relationship. Sorry, I had to take that for a second. Yes, true. Okay, Mandy. You are definitely made for long-term relationships and family life. Yes, your family is absolutely amazing, and you're the glue that holds them together. Shallow pursuance and one-night stands are not your thing. When you touch someone, it's real. It's very real. They feel it deep. But because you're too focused on the relational aspects of your life, you may end up bringing those people who don't care as much as you do into your life. And yes, we know that's true. That's happened to you also. You care so deeply, regardless if they do or not. If the digits of a date for you, if you're planning on a trip or going somewhere, add up to the number 6, it's a wonderful time to create love. Work on a universal theme. Help poor communities in distant places or the homeless on your block. It's the best time to be there for you and for other people. Let me see. I was going to double check and add Serenity's dates real quick because I don't do math in my head. Because, yeah, I just don't. 0 plus 6 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2 equals 11. 1 plus. Yes, Serenity, you did it correctly. You are a number 2. Okay. Well, hello! He just got back from fishing.
Hello, all my witches.
Mandy's on there, too. Hi, baby. I missed you.
Hi.
I'm doing my life.
All right.
I love you.
Love you, too.
And then I will give you a formal hello. Mandy says, hi, Papa. So, yes, Mandy, that is absolutely true about you. Heather had number 5. No, go lay down. All right, Miss Heather, it says here, you are a free spirit, born with invisible wings, with a penchant for traveling to exotic places. Preference for working as a freelancer. Wanting to have the most flexible schedule possible. Mandy said to tell you no funny business. They could see the reflection in the fish tank. He just had that ooh look. Anyway, sorry Heather. I'm gonna jump right back on yours. Let's see. Preference for working as a freelancer. Wanting to have the most flexible schedule as possible. You would make a great serial immigrant living in different countries, learning new languages and cultures. You can adapt to anything. When it comes to relationships, you should either find someone who's as free-spirited as you are, or forget about being in a relationship altogether. I don't know if this is true, but it's just what it says. There you go. See? It says you need someone who will want to fly alongside you. Someone who's your equal when it comes to the zest for life and being open to new things. If the digits of a date, like I did with the other girls, a trip or something like that, add up to the number 5, then that day, week, month, or year is the best time to explore new terrain. Whether it's brand new ideas, like a safari trip to Africa, or learning a new skill. So yay. All right, so Serenity and Mary Beth both had number 2. Your life path number is number 2. So we're gonna go over that one. This one's for Serenity and Mary Beth. Harmony is your nickname. You thrive in relationships with your romantic partner, family, friends, co-workers, or even a salesperson at the store. You talk to everyone. You are down to earth, and people love your presence. You are the life of the party, but sometimes maintaining the peace in a relationship is so important to you that you forget who you are and make sacrifices that aren't reciprocated. Learn to stand your ground and put your foot down when necessary. In matters of business, 2 is a great number for successful partnerships. If your life path number, which is 2, or the digits of a date for a trip or anything like that, add up to the number 2. Know that it's the best energy to enter into business agreements and create projects through teamwork. 2 is a wonderful omen for signing peace agreements between countries, making up for past mistakes between lovers, and make any past wrongs right. There we go. Let's see. Was there any other numbers that I missed on anybody? Was there someone else that wanted one that I didn't get? Let me double check that real quick. Heather. If anybody else has jumped on here and they want theirs, let me know. Mine came out to 1. And where is my number 1? Five, 6, 7, 8. I must have missed. Oh, no, it's on my other page, way over there. Okay, so for mine, it says, and I'm also a Taurus with a Taurus sun, so this makes sense, you know. 1, literally suggesting being number 1 in the things you're doing. If it's business, then number 1 shows you admirable leadership ability. Your charisma when showing others the way, and in turn, people's natural, innate desire to trust you to take the lead. I do like, I am kind of a control freak. I like to take over. And take over projects. And when somebody's having a hard time with it, I'm like, oh, just hand it to me. I'll take it. I got it. You know, I do that. And I do like to be the best at it. I don't like to be the best at it. I have to be the best at it. And I know this. I know this trait that I have. Well, you could even ask Mandy. I like being number one at everything. Her dad and I are very competitive. We play cribbage a lot, and we do not let each other win. And I don't care if I'm paying. Oh, bye, sweetheart. We'll talk to you later. Have fun at the party. I don't care if I'm playing go fish with my grandbabies. I'm not going to let them win. They have to beat me on their own. What did you say here? Oh, could you do May 30th of this year? Oh, so future for the baby. Okay. So this is what we're in May. Ah. I told you, my brain just goes, it disappears. Let's see, we have 5 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2, 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 15. 6. So that one is going to have the same characteristics. Your little one's going to have the same characteristics that I read for Mandy. Number 6. Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. So anyway, mine says that I like to be number one at things. And yes, that is true. That's very true. It says that if I decide to be a manager or own a company, I will succeed. But I also need to remember to be humble because I have a tendency to let my ego take over. And yeah, that's true. I do. I absolutely do it. It also states that I have patience and understanding for those who are not leaders. And I do to a point. But yes, and I love to train. I absolutely love to train people. I really get a lot of joy out of that. It says, in matters of love, it's easy for me to be on my own and not be lonely. That's also very true. You love being in a relationship, but you also enjoy being single. It's true. And when going for long-term commitment, make sure that my partner doesn't have codependency issues, as it would be a deal breaker. And yes, that is very true also.
Don't have what?
Codependency issues.
Wait for me. I'll see you in 3 years.
Brian's like, what? And I had to explain it. And he's like, yeah, get away. So, surprisingly, my birthday and his birthday, we both add up to the number 1. And we are very much alike. With our astrological, we are both Tauruses. He's the first day of the Taurus. I'm the last day of the Taurus. I am also Taurus Sun. He is Taurus Moon. So we do have a little bit of our opposites. But, and I think a lot of times we're compatible. We do butt heads. Of course we do. You know, but not all the time. Now, remember when I said earlier that we go through cycles. We go through 9-year spiritual cycles. Okay, so you could actually also find out where you're at in your cycle by taking your month and day of your birth date and your year. So you're going to take everything that you added, you know, and set it into a new bracket. But then you're going to add the current year to the end of that. And that it's going to change your number. Well, it should change your number. I'm sure some people, maybe it doesn't. But, so you're adding 4 more numbers to this whole sequence, right? Like mine came up to 46. But I would add, you know, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 to the end of that. And let me see if I know I did it. Because I was trying to be ahead of the game to not have to look through my pages and do math. But obviously I didn't do that well enough. Oh, so for me, it changed my number 1 to number 8, which means that at this point in my life, I'm at a material, successful, and justice phase in my life. And -3. Okay, so the quick reference we have is power and generative force. So if you did the 2023, that's within your spiritual cycle, that's where you're at right now. You are in the 3, power and generative force cycle. So, yeah, it's actually kind of cool. You could also take things like your wedding date, and that's, you could take dates if you're planning an event for a wedding, or for say you're given an option for a C-section date. If you're somewhere close, you can help that child's numbers get determined. It's not going to help a lot. They choose their numbers. If they don't want it to happen, it's not going to happen. Like mine and Brian's, September 13th, 2008. I added all the numbers together, came out to 2 plus 3, came out 23, 2 plus 3 equals 5. So it's a good number because number 5 comes out to, short version, sensuality and pleasure. He's a lot more sensual than I am, but it's always a pleasure. I got 9 if I'm right. I duck at math. 9 for you means that you are at this phase in your life. You are at spiritual, mental, and achievement. That's where you're at in your life. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different there's so many different definitions and different things that are numbers that we're born with, and numbers that show up all the time that can tell us about us. It, especially modern numerology, it really employs a absolute straightforward translation system. Our names are names given to us at birth. So, mathematics, not my favorite subject in school, never was. You also got 7, and that was yours, and mixed weddings. So 7 would be mysticism, psychic, and magic. That's a beautiful connecting day for the two of you. Absolutely beautiful connecting day for the two of you. Let's see here. It basically comes down to this. All creation can be explained in mathematical terms. It is a wholly contained, pure, and consistent system, from the way planets move, to how things float on water, or fall on the ground with gravity, or math just explains every single thing in our universe. It's extremely spiritual, and it's a mystical study of the meaning of numbers and the way that they affect us and our surroundings. And then, Pythagoras, the Greek philosopher, he held to the belief that numbers create energies which make up our physical world. And one thing that's amazing about math, and like I said, Math and I, we don't get along. I have to, oh darn, that's okay. I did kind of jump around a little bit. I'm sorry. Like I said, Math and I haven't always got along. I have to use a calculator to help me out. But understanding it and jumping in and using it as a divination and using it to help me understand myself. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what amount of cultural transformation or social change or new technology. It can't change the fact that 1 + 1 = 2, right? It can't, nothing can change that. It's incorruptible, it's unchangeable, and it provides an absolute coherent basis of measurement, defining all spatial relationships with divine precision. It translates our spiritual world into manifest physical formulas, and it bridges the spirit within the visible, touchable world. I definitely will. I know that I did this before on my other numerology, but I will do it again. Is I will post these. I'll kind of do screenshots. So this is the characteristics chart, and it's like the quick version, meanings of the numbers, and I'll make sure to post that on there, and then I will also post. I'll see if I can cut it down a little bit better, but I'll also post these because this is basically, it's still shortened down, but it's a little bit more insight for the path numbers, for all of the path numbers. And then I also want to, and I will post this also. I'm also going to post this little chart. So this is the graph that is used in numerology. And these are the numbers that correspond to the letters. And part of the reason why I'm showing you this is because your given name at birth also will tell a lot about you. And you take those letters and basically you separate them. You're going to add them up and add it just like you did your birth date. So like in my case, Sarah Lee. S is 1, A is 1, R is 9, A again is 1, H is 8, L is 3, and then we have EE, 5, 5. So you're going to take each number, you're going to add them all up, and then you'll come up with probably a double-digit number, and then you're going to go down even further. But don't just use your first name. Use your given name at birth, first, middle, last, and add each of them up. And that's going to give you a bit more insight about yourself. It's going to give you it should give you a different number to give you more information about yourself, more insight about yourself. And then I want you to also look into if you got married. Like I don't go by Sarah Lee Jones anymore, or Sarah Lee Waugh anymore, because Waugh is my maiden name. That's one name that I was given at birth. I got married 15 years ago. I took on Jones. I no longer use Waugh. That's a name change. And that's going to give me even more insight about myself. If you were given a nickname by friends and family, you grew up with a nickname as a child, add those numbers up. Use the graph to get your numbers from your letters. Add those numbers up, and that's going to, even if it was only for a few years as a child, it's going to explain something about you at that time as a child. If it changed as you got older, it's going to explain that time, that period in your spiritual path. If you have a nickname now that's totally different from the nicknames that you had then, it's going to explain, again, where you're at in your life path. Where you're at even where you're at in your soul's purpose. Are you on the right track or not? It'll help you figure that out. But I do want to, there are people out there that legally change their name. Now, if you decide that you're going to legally change your name, and you purposely change your name to represent fun, or money, or pleasure, be careful, because it could actually backfire against you. When you get married and your name changes, that's something that organically happens. It's part of your path. When you're given a nickname as a child, it organically happens. If you purposely change your name to match a certain life number, it could actually backfire against you. So be cautious when you do that. There we go. Serenity says, I never really thought of that numerology could play such a huge part in magic, but this is it is fascinating. And that's why I really wanted to go over it again on today, is because of how much I absolutely love it. I mean, how much I love numerology. When I am one of those people that I'm like, you know, I could find out about somebody's birthday and, you know, draw it out, and then I have to grab my book because I don't know all the numbers off the top of my head, and I look in the book and I'm like, aha, that's why I see this trait in you. That's why I see that trait in you. Ooh, I know what to watch out for. I know what to stay away from. Love it. I love it. And, you know, and then the dates, choosing dates to have trips on. I don't just willy-nilly choose dates. Brian and I like to go on some pretty elaborate trips, and we have a blast. We like to experience life. But I'm definitely not going to choose a date that's going to be bad for us, you know? So choose, and I got lucky. I didn't choose our wedding date. He did. That was on him. I was like, you pick a date, give me a date. And he was like, here, this is, you know, and I didn't choose the date. It just happened to work out for us. Anyway, so basically, in conclusion of this whole entire rambling life that I'm giving you, is discovering your numerology chart and the meaning of numbers will really provide you with a much better insight into who you are as a person and help guide you in your life's journey. Wisdom found in numbers will take you on a path to enormous amounts of self-discovery to be able to live your best life. At least that's my conclusion. That's how I see it. There we go. That's what I have for y'all. If anybody has any questions, I will be happy to answer them. If anybody jumped on late and would like me to either help with their numbers with their birth date, or if anybody's, I was going to say, looked at the graph or was able to get the graph down. And it's really a simple graph, but I know I didn't hold it up there for too long. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, wrong page. Like I said, names. This is the graph. It's basically 1 through 9, and you start off with A. It's going to end, you know, you're only going to 9, so then you continue rolling down through the alphabet until you get to the end of the 9, and then roll through the alphabet till you get to the end. Okay, that is the graph. It's that simple. I'm still going to post it, But this is something that'll really help you also get way more insight about yourself. I mean, even more. Because, I mean, we are human. We are complex individuals. And why not know, why not learn why? Why are we so complex? Why are we who we are? Why do we choose the things we choose? Why are we attracted to certain people, and why do others absolutely repulse us? Well, numerology is totally going to help you figure that out. It is. Yeah. I usually don't question it or have to look up somebody's number if I've got a connection with somebody. But if I am absolutely repulsed by somebody, and whether I know them or not, they just rub me absolutely the wrong way, I want to know why. You know, why? And I usually try to look up their chart with what information I can. Sometimes it can be just through their name even. And I will always get some information that's going to tell me why I don't like them. Yeah. Anyway. So, do we have any questions? Give a couple of minutes for questions to come up anyway, if there are any, because I rambled on so much I made my throat dry. I just get so excited about it. I can't help it. No, 913, open, thank you. Phone didn't want to open. Let's see. Okay. Well, on that note, I don't see any questions. It looks like we got a lot of information. I've got a bunch of stuff that I need to post to go along with this live. And I'll try to make it, I'll try to make, I might not be able to post them today because I really want to try to condense it down so that they could be more of a printable page for you guys. And these are, you know, my notes, and I'm sharing them with you, okay? But I want to make it a printable so that you can put them in your books, put them in your binders, your book of shadows, whatever, wherever you decide you want to put them, and be able to go back into it to help you choose certain dates or names or why you're compatible with somebody and why you're not, you know, things like that. Well, thank you, Miss Jody. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope everybody else enjoyed it also. On that note, time says, speaking of numerology, that I'm ending my live at 12:12 p.m. More synchronicities right there, right? I think I need to look that one up. Thank you so much for your fascinating. Definitely have to catch the first half. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, sweethearts. Many blessings to all of you, and welcome back. Yay!